People are going to be so confused by the temperature in this room. Because you're in a tank top and I'm in a sweater. I'm just going to be like the heaters on that side. Obviously. I feel better. Temperature's a little better.
You sound better.
I took off my sweater just so you guys wouldn't be confused. Because then you guys were going to be really confused about the temperature in this room. Because he's wearing a tank top and I was wearing a hoodie. And I just, you know what? We don't need that kind of confusion, okay?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining us for yet another episode of Sports from All Angles. For the 29th episode, we are going to give a quick news update on some stuff, but most of the episode is going to be about our NBA award predictions for the 2017-2018 season. There's only about 10 games left, so we thought this would be a good time to talk about that because we have something else planned for next week. But before we get into that, bro, I just want to talk to you about this Florida Gator. Are you good?
I had lip microphone disease.
Okay. What's that?
Need some Viagra. I kept like, whoop. We're good. We're good.
Okay. So there's this Florida Gator male swimmer called Caleb Dressel, and he's breaking records left and right, guys. He broke the record for 50-yard freestyle, the 100-yard freestyle, and the 100-yard butterfly. Just so you know, the freestyle is where they go like two arms, and then the butterfly. The butterfly is basically the. Isn't that the breaststroke?
I don't know about swimming. I know how to swim. I just don't know what shits. I just know how to survive.
Okay.
Like I can survive and thrive. I just don't know about like technical shit.
Okay. Just to put this in perspective, he became the first man to break the 18-second barrier, and he did it twice.
Wow.
Yeah, just another fact, he owns the top 10 fastest 50-yard freestyle sprints. Top 10. He owns every single record in the top 10.
That is very cool. No, that is very impressive, actually. That sounded sarcastic.
Yeah.
But that's impressive.
So, I believe one day after he broke the record for 18 seconds, where he went under twice, he broke the record for the 100-yard freestyle, becoming the first man to break 40 seconds. 39.9. I know this is all oblivious to Sebastian and people, but just to put in perspective, Michael Phelps owns all the records, except now he no longer does.
This guy fucked it up for him?
Yeah, Michael Phelps.
No, this guy fucked it up for Michael Phelps?
Yeah.
Is he American?
Yeah.
He's not a real American then.
Florida Gators, bro. Were you just not listening?
He's not American.
And then he also broke the record for the 100-yard butterfly, becoming the first man to break the 43-second barrier once again. Michael Phelps, I believe, was never the best breaststroke person, but hey, whatever. Okay, bro, your stuff.
All right, Ben Simmons recorded his 10th triple-double, which is more than 10 NBA franchises. That's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah. They're the best rebounding team. But that's an individual stat, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
UConn women appeared in their 13th straight Elite Eight, which for all the NCAA fans out there, that is astonishing, bro. That's like making the playoffs and reaching at least the second round 13 straight years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Wonder why LeBron doesn't get that much credit then. Go on.
Okay, bro. Your turn. Injury updates.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving is going to miss 3 to 6 weeks after left knee surgery. It wasn't very invasive, but he might not be back for the first round, or maybe he might. I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's good news for whoever has to face them in the first round.
Yeah. And if the standings last, they could face
the Bucks or the Heat
in the first round.
Yeah.
And then the second round, Philly or the Cavs. If they don't have Kyrie for the second round, they're done.
I think he'll be back for the second round, but even if he does miss,
it's the same knee he fucked up in the finals.
If he misses the first round entirely, or even just half of it, and you have to play a healthy Cleveland team.
Oh, you're saying they have no shot either way?
No.
Yeah.
I think they don't have a very good chance against the Heat in the first round if the Heat play them.
The Heat are 7th, right?
They're 8th now.
Okay, so they would face Toronto then.
Yeah. Then we'd get swept. But I've said this already, but I want Celtics. Especially after this report.
Yeah.
I don't wish anything like this on anybody. I personally love Kyrie Irving, but...
Yo, they have injuries all around. They lost Marcus Smart.
This is why teams should want to play the Celtics.
Yeah.
This is one of those rare times where the seeding is really deceptive.
Yeah.
Because you have the second best record, but you are not the second best team.
Well, as we talked about last week, they've been overachieving the entire year anyways, so
yeah.
This is even more so.
Yeah.
Okay, to go over to the West side, Stephen Curry, everybody who's been keeping up to date already knows he has officially suffered a grade 2 MCL sprain, and he's going to be out for at least 3 weeks, could be possibly longer. So Steve Kerr says he's not going to be in the first round whatsoever.
However, he believes that he will not be missed. He's just trying to say he's very confident in his team regardless of who they play.
But the stats have been the stats this season have proven that they are a completely different team when he's off the court.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
And and in the playoffs you don't face a team once. Teams make adjustments, especially
and they have
good
more
teams.
time.
Yeah, good teams make the right adjustments. So with Steph Curry out, that's just like the last 2 minutes of games alone. Everybody on that team seems to have the clutch gene in them, but Steph Curry is just a different kind of clutch.
And it's just not his clutchness. It's just when he's on the court, you have to guard an entire half court at the very least.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, he might pull up for a 35-foot three-pointer and actually make it.
Just the fact alone that's one less player you have to worry about because everybody and their grandma on that team can shoot.
Yeah. Even Green.
Yeah.
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 And
Green's dog can shoot too.
And who's replacing him? Sean Livingston right now? And he's not the best. He's not known for his shooting. He's known for his slashing.
But he's a good defender, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so to sum that up, Dressel, the Florida Gator, is a freak athlete. If he keeps up this pace, he might own all of Michael Phelps' Olympic records as well as world records. Ben Simmons is the closest thing we've seen to Oscar.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
still not MVP, but we'll get to that.
You mean rookie?
Yeah.
And then UConn women continue to roll, and just to how the season started, the end of the season, we're seeing injuries pile up. And we're gonna have to make a topic about this, bro. Do you remember a season where so many injuries occurred?
Only on the Clippers team.
Yeah, but because
spread out like that.
Yeah,
no. I remember, especially at the end. Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, go.
Especially at the end of the season.
Yeah, and do you remember that one week where DeMarcus Cousins? There's 4 main players that got injured. You remember that?
That before the All-Star break.
Yes.
Fuck Team LeBron, and they still won, which is still pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, that's when Kevin Love went down and stuff. Yeah,
Kevin Love, Kemba Walker.
Mm-hmm. The one point guard for Memphis Grizzlies.
Conley?
Yeah, he went down.
Oh, really? I thought he was out all season.
No, that's when he went down.
They're so bad, you didn't even hear about them anymore.
Bro, did you see the game where they lost by 61 to the Hornets? To the
Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets.
Down 61. It was as high as 65. The record is 68.
Yeah. But I was actually surprised it happened, 4 times before? And this was the 5th time?
Yeah. You know what? Say what you will about Memphis being a team that's tanking right now. You don't tank and lose by 61. Bro,
Bro, you can't lose by 50. Once you get in the 40s, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. 60. Wow, bro.
Bro, against Hornets. Yeah, but that's when he put up the 10 3-pointers, so. Yeah,
he had 35 points at the half. He ended up with, 47? He didn't even play the fourth quarter. I don't even think he finished the third quarter.
No, I don't think he did either, bro. No. Yeah, because he played under 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
So. Sorry about that. Now, okay, we're going to get into our award predictions because there's only 10 games left, so we're going to go. Let's finish with MVP last. So let's go from bottom top for us, okay, bro?
From the bottom, from Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say, I guess, what we predict and then what most likely will happen.
Well, let's say
we might not always agree with.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, no, okay. So, bro, who's your Coach of the Year?
Dwayne Casey for the Raptors. I think you can say what you want about the East being the weaker conference. I think it's still incredible that every year this dude has managed to make his team better.
Yeah.
Every single year.
Yeah.
He's made the right adjustments. They're at 54 wins right now.
They're on pace to win around 58 to 60, which would be a franchise record.
The last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken,
improvements.
It's a new record.
Yeah.
For wins.
So this would be the 4th straight year.
And what's crazy is the roster hasn't changed much, like we were discussing last time. It's the bench. The adjustments they've made for the role players is what's made the difference. And it's a big decision for, I think, any team who's flirting with contention or, you know, blowing it up to trust their second unit
as much as they do.
Yeah. And it's paid off. And
folds.
I think he's easily, for me, Coach of the Year.
Okay, I just wanted to say something real quick about that. Let's not forget that Ibaka is finally playing to his old Thunder-like self. That's been a major improvement. And, yo, bro, as we're going to talk about later for the MVP award, DeRozan has been more clutch in this season than his entire career combined, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that in the last sports video we did. But yeah. It's unbelievable. I do want to point out, though, like we talked about this again last time. Dwayne Casey keeps winning. Teams keep getting better. However, he needs to prove himself
in the
against
playoffs.
LeBron. Against LeBron, in the playoffs, they've been fine. I mean, they have the little choke jobs, but that was the freshness of being in the playoffs. But against LeBron, that's what
this is the year. You remember how you said last episode we did together, last year was the make or break year?
This is definitely the make or break year.
This is. Because with the way they're playing and how badly Cleveland's playing up until recently, if they don't win this year, you just blow it up. Yeah. You have to at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading an article that said that their general manager has faith beyond this year. He says that they don't think that this year has to be the decisive one. I think that's just trying to save face. This is definitely a make or break year, in my opinion.
I agree with you because think about it. Boston next year is going to have Hayward, if not another star as well, because there's supposedly rumblings for another West player that they want to get. So how are you going to be I don't know, bro. Because if LeBron, for whatever reason, does stay, you're going to assume they're going to reload.
Yeah.
Boston is going to reload.
The 76ers, honestly, I didn't even think they were going to make the playoffs halfway through the season. They're now locked into a playoff seed. They're 4th right now.
Yeah.
And they've won 6 or 7 in a row. They're going to get better next year. Like, pending an injury or something, they're going to get better.
And bro, ever since the Eagles won the Super Bowl, their record is like some ridiculous 20-3 or something like that. Ever since February, their record is like what 18-2, something like that.
I was just gonna say they had a really, really bad start to the season. So imagine if they had anywhere close to what they're doing now, they might be flirting with top 3.
Yeah. Talking about that, this is why I want to bring up, even though he's not going to win, I believe Quinn Snyder for the Utah Jazz deserves a lot of love. They have 42 wins, which is only 8th in the West, but
6th in the
East, yeah.
5th, 6th.
Depending on like wins and stuff. Yeah. But yo, bro, when you consider that they were it was like 15 games under 500.
Yeah, and then they went on that ridiculous game-winning streak.
Bro, they've
like
gone
13? They've gone
11. And now they are, I don't know if I think they just lost, but they were on a 9 or 10 game win streak before they just lost.
Yeah, so they've had multiple double-digit winning streaks.
Yeah, and they've gone from 15 below to 10 above.
Mind you,
in the
their
West.
Only good player outside of a rookie, which we will get to, is
their center.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
And they're doing this with Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And Gobert was injured for like 4 weeks because of his knee.
Yep.
So, and as we're going to get to that too, bro, Donovan Mitchell is clutch.
Very. That game against the Spurs with 3 seconds left, when he hit a 3 over 2 defenders to send it into overtime.
Yeah.
Bro.
Which, by the way, now he's tied with LeBron James for the most 25-plus point games for a rookie campaign.
How many does he have to beat the record? Like 4 more?
He's at 24. I believe the record is 29. So he needs 5 more to tie. He could do it.
He could do it.
I think he's going to, at the very least, get second place. which you're only below Carmelo Anthony.
When you consider the company, that's LeBron,
Carmelo, and
Blake Griffin, and then LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's elite company. This dude, he's bound to be a superstar.
Okay, so real quick, who do you want to win Coach of the Year?
Dwayne Casey.
And who do you think's going to win Coach of the Year?
Dwayne Casey.
I agree with both. Just so you know, in no specific order, the Coach of the Year matchup is going to be between Nate McMillan for the Pacers, who is completely overachieving.
Yeah.
Quinn Snyder for the Utah Jazz. Terry Stotts for the Blazers, which, by the way, they talk about the Jazz coming on lately.
They have. I think a lot of people didn't have them being this good, the Blazers. They're at 45 wins.
But ever since the All-Star break, something switched. Something happened to where they're just on fire. And
in the West, mind.
Yeah. And who did they just beat last night? Where they came... Oh, OKC, bro.
Was it them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where they kept going back and forth in the fourth quarter.
They were clutch. Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yep.
And then we have to bring this up. Brad Stevens. I feel like he's the most underappreciated coach in the league because he does so much with so little.
And he is so young. It's not even like you can say like, oh, this is a Greg Popovich who's been coaching all his life. Brad Stevens, to me,
since he entered the league, has overachieved.
I think will go down in history as one of the best coaches the NBA has ever seen.
He needs to win some championships.
And it's just a matter of time, I believe.
No, I agree with you, bro. And talking about Dwayne Casey, every year he's been in the league, his team has improved by at least a couple games.
Bro, I just want to say what Brad Stevens has done with the lack of talent versus what Cavs teams coaches have done with OKC coaches, Rockets coaches. Can you imagine this man
if he had that talent?
Coaching with that talent? Fuck it. Let's say the 76ers. That's like 3 times the amount of talent that the Celtics have right now.
Which, by the way, is why we don't have their coach and our Coach of the Year, just because they have so much talent. Yeah. But, no, bro, I'm glad you said that because, if you go back his entire year, he had Isaiah Thomas for a year and a half, and he's had Kyrie Irving for 3/4 of this year, not to mention all the injuries. The entire season, they haven't had what was supposed to be their best pickup, And
then my personal reason why I don't have Brad Stevens over Dwayne Casey was one, Dwayne Casey just has more wins. It's just their team is leading, and Dwayne Casey has at least to some degree proven himself in the playoffs. Where Brad Stevens still has to make a name for himself in the playoffs.
Yeah. So I would only say I would put Dwayne Casey over Brad Stevens because I still feel like Boston is living up to what we expected. Did any of us expect them to win much more than 55 games this year?
Honestly, from the beginning, as soon as Gordon Hayward went out, I did not have the Celtics being a top 5 team.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
So wouldn't you put that? So shouldn't he be Coach of the Year then?
No, because of what I said earlier. The Raptors are just that adjustment they made last year in the offseason. I mean, the proof is right there. What he's done with this team with the same talent.
To say a case for Dwayne Casey, I would say the way they're winning is why I feel like he's Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Because they're still overachieving when you think about what they're doing, you know? Because it's the same squad as last year, yet something's clicking.
Yep.
And that has to go for coaching. That has to. Okay, now moving up to most improved player, we have a top 3 list. Bro, who do you think's going to win?
Victor Oladipo. I think OKC fucked up.
Or does this come back to Westbrook?
I mean, okay, it's from one perspective, OKC managed to get Paul George for what at the time seemed like nothing, right? Yeah. I think anybody can agree that when that trade happened, it was a terrible trade. Yeah, everybody was like, "What, Victor Oladipo?" Yeah. And then now, in retrospect, it's a more even trade.
They're performing better this year than last year.
Yeah.
And what does that say about Paul George?
I would have loved to see Paul George and Oladipo play together.
Yeah.
Because Oladipo and Westbrook already play together. So it would have been cool to see what
Who's the problem?
yeah, what's their coach? Nate McMillan?
Yes.
It would have been cool to see what he did with
Those two players.
Oladipo and Paul George, but
Yeah.
I think the winner, my personal pick, Victor Oladipo. I think the winner will be Victor Oladipo. Regardless.
Once again, we're 2 for 2. I agree with you. I feel like he should be the winner, and I also think he is going to win because when you consider, and this is why he's part of Coach of the Year, Nate McMillan. Did anybody see them making the postseason? And if they did, not this well. They have 42 wins already, bro.
Honestly, that's another team. Maybe I'm just bad at predicting, but I did not have the Pacers in the playoffs at all.
No, same here, bro. It's just
maybe 8th if they're lucky. If the East was bad enough, but the East has been not bad. So considering that the East hasn't been as bad as it's been the last few years, this is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah. Just so we could show some love to other players, we have Jaylen Brown and Brandon Ingram as that fighting for second and third.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, he stepped up for the injury-riddled Celtics. He has posted 7.6 more points per game than last season and 2.5 more rebounds per game than last season. But he is averaging nearly twice as many minutes, so you need to consider that.
Yeah.
But, bro, can we show some love to my Lakers? Come on, say it, bro. Come on, put these stats out there.
Brandon Ingram is averaging 6.8 more points this year, 1.4 more rebounds, 1.8 more assists.
And with only 5 extra minutes.
That's impressive.
That is.
When he was reading that to me, because I don't really care for the Lakers, but when he read that to me, I was like, wait, hold on. Say that again.
We're talking about the same player here?
Yep.
Bro,
That's 5 more minutes, he said?
Yeah, only 5.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
That is very impressive.
I still believe he could be the next Durant-like player.
Durant-like, yes.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think he has the same gene because Durant, just from a shooting perspective, is like...
on another level.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move to the Sixth Man of the Year award. And if you guys have been keeping up with the Clippers, this is not really...
Surprise.
A competition, but once again, I think we're going to go 3 for 3 here. We want Lou Williams to win.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
For what he's doing, bro. He's the reason why the Clippers are still in the playoff hunt.
If you look at the top 3, it's Lou Williams, Kyle Kuzma, and Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
Lou Williams is averaging easily 7 points more. Only like...
5 more than Eric Gordon, but 7 more than Kuzma. Yeah.
Not that... Kyle Kuzma's second in assists with 6... Oh, no, 6 point...
That's rebounds.
Oh, you got them all fucked up here. Okay.
No, because I was going high to low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Lou Williams will, again, hold 6th Man of the Year. My personal vote, and I think that's what the NBA will... pick as well.
He's in the top 20 for points per game.
Off the bench.
Bro, that's insane. It just Kuzma, let's be real. Nobody expected him to do jack squat this year. And he's averaging
Lonzo was supposed to be their star.
Bro, you know what pisses me off?
What?
This dude could be getting double-doubles out the butthole and should have quite a few triple-doubles. But you know what category keeps him out from these? His points, bro. Not his assists and rebounds, his points.
For a double-double?
And triple-doubles, bro.
Oh,
Like the games where he could have a double-double because of
Lonzo
rebounds.
Ball?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, it's some crazy stat. He has like 20-something games where he could have had a double-double, if not triple-double, but he only scored single-digit points. That is bad.
I think he's shooting,
He's hot and cold,
30s,
bro.
But for the season, he's 33%?
For three-pointers, which is not bad.
And field goal, what is it, like 32?
No, field goal is like low 40. Like it's high 30s, low 40s. If you want to look it up real quick.
That's, yeah. Go on.
I talk about Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon is averaging 18 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, and 2.5 rebounds per game, which for coming off the bench is excellent. Any other year, he probably would have won Sixth Man of the Year, but this is the year Lou Williams is the MVP for the Clippers, in my opinion.
Lou Williams?
Yeah, for the Clippers. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So And then, as we said, Kyle Kuzma's averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, and basically 2 assists per game. The reason why we have him as 6th man of the year because he is a main reason why the Lakers have gotten off to a better start since the All-Star break, and he's averaging 16 points for a rookie, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Did it say?
I'm almost there.
Oh, okay.
Where are we at?
You wanted to talk about his field goal percentage.
35%.
For total?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. That's Kobe Bryant his last season, bro. And at least Kobe Bryant was scoring points. Yo, bro, it's like, I don't know. Yo, and you know what's funny, too, about this? Sidetrack. It's so weird. You know how he regularly shoots? He has, like, that side shooting mechanic?
Yep.
But when he goes to the line to shoot free throws, he shoots regularly. It doesn't make sense. Something's going to have to change. Because, bro, it's just when you're shooting the way he does off of jumpers and then you go to the line and have a different form, that messes with your psyche.
Yeah.
And by the way, if, his free throw percentage this year is terrible. It's below 70%.
I don't want to say bust, but
oh, he's not a bust, bro. He's going this offseason, watch. I think next season he's going to be the most improved player.
I gave Justice Winslow a lot of time, so I can give Kyle more than a year.
Yeah. Okay, now rookie of the year. This is the first time in the awards section we're going to disagree with who we think's going to win.
Yeah.
Who we think's going to win, bro? Let's just put that out there.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah. He's in Philadelphia.
As in, like, we think the NBA will pick Ben Simmons.
Yeah. He's in Philadelphia. As we all know, people love the coast, the West Coast and East Coast. Nobody cares about Utah in terms of national and social media. And every time you turn on ESPN, it's Ben Simmons.
Yeah. He has more talent around him. He's in a weaker conference. Sure, he's a more well-rounded player, but more talent in his team and weaker conference.
Yeah. And as we want to point out, Utah has the same amount of wins as the Sixers and only 2 more losses. So when everything's said and done, Utah might have as many wins, if not more, than Philly.
Yep.
And, well, let's give the stats. Do you want to give Ben Simmons stats since you're the East guy?
16 points per game, 8 assists, and 7.9 rebounds. That's not bad at all for a rookie.
That's quite excellent, bro.
Very good.
When your weakest element is your scoring and you're still averaging 16 points, I wish Lonzo could be averaging 16 points right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, okay, bro. Donovan Mitchell, yes, he's only averaging 3.7 rebounds per game and 3.6 assists, which is not bad by any stretch. He's a scorer. Yeah. But, bro, or audience members, 20.3 points per game. And I just love his clutch factor, bro. When I see him, I see that Mamba mentality, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that's the best way to describe it. That's what he has. He plays like a superstar.
Yeah.
You would never if you were new to the NBA and somebody told you this man has been in the league for 8 years, you would believe it.
Yeah.
His numbers prove it.
And let's not forget, 20 points per game as a rookie is hard to do. Besides the greats like the LeBron James,
points per game, period,
is good.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
If you look at the stats, only like the elite players, or for the most part, the elite players average more than 20 points. Right? Yeah. You're talking about the LeBrons, the Westbrooks, those type of players.
Yeah.
This is a first year player
playing, and
imagine what he's gonna do with more time.
Well, let's hope so, because we never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because some players fall off after their rookie year, but
he just has this gene. Damn.
No, he does, and I can't go against the fact he's brought his team from double-digit losses, like more losses than wins, and now they're 8th in the West, where he would be 6th, if not 5th in the East, bro. And for the most part, the reason why they're playing so good is because of him. He's put the team on their back.
Yep. I mean, when imagine if Gordon Hayward had stayed and played with him.
But then you could use the thing, would he have gotten as much playing time? Would he have been the man down the stretch?
The potential's still there. Like, the skill is there. So it might not have shown itself in the first year, but eventually those numbers would be there.
Yeah. I still think long term it's better that he left just because he was coached by Brad Stevens and they just have that chemistry in Boston.
No, and I mean, at the end of the day, Donovan Mitchell will be better because of having such a responsibility that quick.
Yeah.
Right? It's either like grow up or grow up. Mm-hmm. There's no really, if any less than what he puts up, and he just gets forgotten.
Yeah.
So he made a name for himself. But anyways.
I also want to point out too, bro, he's just not scoring points. Like, when he's on the court, he's on the floor, you could tell he has that leadership, which some players don't have. Look at Devin Booker, bro. I know it's a Rhinos and Aliens comparison, but he's putting up a lot of points, and it's not translating to victories.
Yeah. It's a tougher conference, and I think I said this in the last show. He needs to leave.
Devin Booker?
Devin Booker.
Yo.
Give the franchise one more year. This offseason, or whenever his contract year is up. By that year, wait till the end of the offseason.
How about this, bro?
And wait and see if they surround you with good players. If they don't, start thinking about leaving, because any team will give you a good contract.
What if Cleveland trades for him? Would LeBron stay then?
I would say so.
Devin Booker and Kevin Love?
Wow.
Okay, next category. This is so if it hasn't been obvious, we believe
Donovan Mitchell should win.
He should win.
Probably will not.
Yeah, and once it comes down to he's playing in Utah, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, but now for the drum roll. This is the MVP talk. Who do you think's going to win, bro?
James Harden.
I agree. Just. Last year, what's the coach's name? I forgot. D'Antoni.
Yeah.
Yeah, D'Antoni won Coach of the Year last year when I believe he shouldn't have.
I think, I was saying it earlier, the Eric Spoelstra, if they had made the playoffs, should have won Coach of the Year.
Or how about Brad Stevens, where he had just Isaiah Thomas and won 52 games.
But Isaiah Thomas was having a really good year, whereas Miami didn't really have anybody playing good. It was a team effort. He had this. Eric Spoelstra had the entire team playing looking like a scary. At one point they were looking like a team that nobody wanted to see in the playoffs. And then
either way, he shouldn't have won.
He should have won if they made the playoffs.
No, I'm saying D'Antoni.
Oh yeah, no, he shouldn't have won.
Yeah. So we believe James Harden's going to win just because he's leading the league in scoring at 30.7 points per game, and he is averaging 8.7 assists per game. And they just broke a franchise record, 60 wins. They're hovering around 64 to 66 this year. So how is he not going to win? You know. Okay, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to go down the list, or do you want to?
Yeah, I guess the contenders are James Harden, LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, Anthony Davis, and Damian Lillard.
I agree with that list.
Those are outside of James Harden, just because I think James Harden should be considered. He should not be number one on that list. But everyone else on that list, I think,
has a case
to be in the position they're in.
Just real quick before we go on, we believe James Harden shouldn't be considered just because we feel like a major reason, we believe the biggest reason why the Rockets are as good as they are this year isn't because of Harden, but it's because of Chris Paul. And as we said last week, we believe Chris Paul is the MVP of that team. So if you're not the MVP of your own team, how can you be the MVP of your league?
Yes. All right. Do you want to give your personal, who do you think should win?
Bro, right now, on my gut, bro, I'm going with Damian
Lillard?
Yes. Because, just to put it out there, he's averaging 26.5 points per game, 6.5 assists, and 4.5 rebounds. But going back to Donovan Mitchell, bro, he is the reason why the Trailblazers went from a 500 team to they're now third. They're third in the West, and they have a shot at the conference finals. I honestly believe if they get Houston, bro, which they're not, if they could somehow drop the fourth and Houston has to play them in the second round, there's no guarantee Houston is going to the conference finals.
If they play against the Trailblazers?
Yes.
I think it'd be a good matchup. I think the Rockets would still pull it off, but I think the Trailblazers have a puncher's chance.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's all you need, bro.
Yeah.
That's all you need with two players that choke in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
My pick is LeBron James. He's the best player in the East. He's the best player in the NBA. He's averaging 27 points per game, 9 assists, 8.6 rebounds per game. Their team has underachieved, but LeBron James' teams never really care about the regular season. In these last few games, these stretch of games where the Cavs seem to be clicking, he's averaging 35 points per game on 61% field goal.
And ever since February, he's averaging a triple-double. So for
Numbers
over a
don't lie.
month and a half.
Numbers don't lie.
But let's not, if we're going to use that stat, bro, Westbrook, I think, has had a more impressive season this year than last. He's like 0.3 rebounds away from averaging a triple-double for the season. As a point guard, bro.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Okay, so you would give it to LeBron, bro?
I would give it to LeBron. Not by far, but I would give it to LeBron.
I just can't see it, bro. The Trailblazers have a better record in the playing in the West. With less talent.
LeBron.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay. Yo, if we're going to give it to a player in the East, I feel like it's DeMar.
Yeah, we have him on our list. I mean, he is on the list regardless. I think his points are not as high as everyone else's, but he hasn't had to do as much as everyone else.
But, bro, the clutch factor this year.
He's been a lot.
And let's not forget, he's playing both sides of the court. He's actually playing defense, unlike LeBron James.
And if we're going with, if the league is going to go with James Harden because of the record and shit, then DeRozan has to be in contention. I was saying earlier, if we're going by record, then DeRozan should be the second.
Yeah.
On the list.
Yeah.
Because his team is by far the best team in the East.
No,
at least up till now.
Yeah.
Because
I still think they're going
to clicking again.
Regular season wise, though, I would still pick Toronto.
Yeah.
Not counting playoff history or anything like that.
Yeah, DeRozan.
Yeah.
Should be. Well, I mean, he's top 3 here, and I think that's rightfully so.
Okay, so if you guys have anything else you want to point out, if you guys feel differently about who you think should win, who do you want to win, let us know. Comment at the bottom of the video, and
if we got anything wrong, fuck you, because we have it right here. So literally, we got nothing wrong. And if for some reason we did, keep it to yourself.
Sebastian is a little petty, right?
I'm just saying.
Let us know. And final thoughts? You have anything that you want to point out again, or anything that stood out to you?
Playoffs are going to be fun this year, both conferences.
Bro, how about this man Dressel, man? Just breaking records, saying Michael Phelps who, man?
He's a human fish.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, shit. Viagra.
Yo, what's...
Sorry.
That was good, bro. Yo, aren't you... Okay, we're going to move on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us for yet another episode of Sports from All Angles. We will have an episode next week. And like always, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to talk to us personally or as a group, you could hit us up there. But if you want to specifically talk about the topic at hand for this episode, leave some comments, let us know, and we love the feedback. So
you guys could text me at 289-7... No, I'm just playing.
See you next week. Subscribe. Just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.